Hi everyone, this is my unboxing of La Bataille de Hanau, October 30 to 31st, 1813. It is part of an ongoing Napoleonic series published by Legion Wargames. We have a look at the back of the box. One of the things that's interesting about the game is that it has different counters for different formations. So we've got line formations, column formations. Number of players is 1 to 2. It is I'll go on a limb and say I think it's a two-player game that lends itself to playing the game solo, but you're going to be playing both sides. Game complexity is right in the medium. Solitaire suitability medium high, and yeah, published by Legion Wargames. So in the box we get some sealable baggies for the counters. Get a flyer. So this is this game. There are these two are currently. I've certainly seen them seen them online to be able to get. So there we go. Then we've got a special rules specifically for this game. Looks to be just 4 pages of special rules, full colour. Then we've got the actual series rulebook, and this is version 3.3, June 2020. We'll have a close look at that in a minute. Then we've got our counter sheet, and let's just have a zoom in on those counters. So that's our counter sheet. Oh, very nice. Not a huge number of counters for the game. Then we have our, these look like player aids. So we've got terrain key, nicely laid out, single-sided, terrain effects, chart. Again, nice thick cardstock for these, which is great. Got our fire table, melee table, formation table. So here we can see we've got, for infantry for example, column, line, square. The same for horse, same for artillery, limbered or unlimbered. The melee table is showing the combat ratio. So if we go 3 to 1 for example, down here, no step loss but disorganized. Okay. So we get 2 of those. It's 2 for the 2-player game, and then we've got what looks to be an order of battle, and a turn track as well, single-sided. So this is the map laid out. I'll actually, when I get the game to the table, and this is probably the next Napoleonic game that I'll be playing through. This will go into Plexi, but the map looks great. You can see there's an awful lot of woodland. From various woodlands around. Hanau itself here. It's a very sort of straightforward visual style. The contents of the hexes look to be fairly clear. Yeah, it looks great. So just going back to the rule book, we can see that there are standard rules up to and including page 25. And then following 11-12 pages of advanced rules as well. Already I can see that the layout looks very nice. Nice material for the rulebook. It's got a sort of slightly glossy sort of finish to it. Nice and spacious. Combat formations. So here we can see, for example, foot in line formation and in column formation. It's quite interesting. Same with the cavalry, horse, artillery, stacking, 10 steps of artillery and infantry, or 7 steps of cavalry. Movement looks straightforward looking at the example there. Okay, so we've got fire, and we do have opportunity, zone of opportunity fire, zone of fire. Looks to be straight. Everything looks to be straightforward. Skipping a few pages into the melee. Yep. Nicely laid out. Nice and spacious. Looks great. Cavalry charges. Morale. It looks to be as you would expect from Napoleonic period. Army morale. And then the advanced rules. Optional rules. Skip a few pages. Command. Oh, okay, so interestingly, command and control is optional. That's interesting. So I shall be studying this over the next week or so before I get it to the table. Strategic deployment. Yeah, looks great. Nice full colour rulebook. So yeah, everything looks great. One sheet of counters, so doesn't look to be a huge counter density game. I haven't played a game in this series for a while. There are other previous games. I don't think we're even published by Legion. So it's going to take me a little while to work through the rule book and get some counters onto the map and just go through how movement and combat works. So expect I might do an after action report and then I'll do a full review. But certainly first impressions look very favourable. The counters look very nice. The map looks great. Quite a nice chunky rule book, so that'll take me a little while to get through, which I enjoy. As part of one of the things I enjoy about this historic period is learning the different rule sets to see how each designer tackles the period. I'm particularly interested in how the sort of formations work between line and column. That'll be super interesting. So yeah, it looks great.